These gangs are a very dangerous and real thing, people. The gangs. In LA alone, 18th Street Gang, one faction of the Mexican Mafia, has over 20,000 members. That's as many soldiers as there are in Fort Lewis outside of Seattle. 20,000! And obviously they're going to kill each other off, so there's that. This is definitely why we need guns in America, for sure. We have to have guns. It is not to fight the police. Do not shoot at a police officer. Comply with police. Let the courts hammer this out. And I know that takes a lot of patience and a lot of guts. If you have a grievance with the police, let the court system hammer it out. Because being arrested is kind of part of that process, how things work. And I know, like out in San Francisco, interestingly enough, the courts, the budgets are getting cut. This is going to balance out, though. We need justice. No one disagrees we need justice. No, there is no justice coming out of Wall Street in Washington. But we need justice where we live. We are all becoming more local citizens and global citizens simultaneously. Locally, we need guns to protect ourselves, not from the police, but from gangs. Gangs are going to get braver. They're going to get crazier. Somebody in Washington had the bright idea of sending them weapons. That person is in big trouble. Either now or later, you're in big trouble, mister. Let's talk about the elites.
And I'm your friend to the end.
Dick Cheney put out a book, In My Time. Of course, I posted on my Facebook. The real title of his book is Why I'm Responsible for 99% of the Crap That's Happening to You Right Now. Dick Cheney is as rotten as it gets. And let me tell you specifically what he did rotten. Dick Cheney, while Secretary of Defense, paid Halliburton a lot of money to do a quote-unquote study on the benefits of privatizing military contracting. Well, of course, they rewarded him with a job, paid him millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, and then put him in the vice presidency to oversee restructuring of the world economy post the easy, cheap oil age. So they've known about peak oil for a long time. Donald Rumsfeld's job was to oversee 9/11. Oh, I didn't say that. Dick Cheney, you know what? Put your book out, because this is how this works, people. Guys like Dick Cheney, guys like whoever, presidents, you do the media's bidding, you do the bank's bidding, and over time, they make you part of history. They make you sound important in history. And that's all Dick Cheney's book is. It's the first step in legitimizing his presidency. Mr. Cheney, you are a dinosaur. You will never be legitimate. You are finished, buddy. Your legacy is what you are. A rotten piece of sperm that should have never been conceived. Yes, you're a very brilliant man. I will not take that from you, Mr. Cheney. But you're rotten to the core. And humanity does not need to remember you for anything except an example of how not to live, how not to govern. Do you understand that, Mr. Cheney? You had your chance. And like your dad shouldn't have, you blew it. That's all the time we have for the Mark David Show. Remember, the truth is a conspiracy.